colleagues here, no, that we're gonna be delivering some parts of the webinar. So again, so my name is Engineer John Paul De La Rosa. So I'm the one managing the access structures, and together, no, in this webinar, supposedly we are total five. Unfortunately, no, Engineer Joanna Gatos uh, will not be able to join us today because she is currently sick. As you know, nagbabago yung panahon, no? Uso ang trangkaso. So she's sick. But anyway, Engineer Carlo Rosendo is here, no? Of course, from Hilti Philippines as well, no? We're gonna be presenting his company as well, and we'll be doing technical demo for or technical presentation for Hilti Propis, no? Later on this webinar. And also here as part of the presenter, Engineer Jean Valiente, also a Filipino engineer, but directly working with Idea Statica. No, will be presenting the Idea Statica technical presentation. And lastly, Thibault Gossi, channel manager in APAC, no, of Idea Statica. So before we proceed with the seminar proper, no, so let me just discuss Exastructure's ground rules for Zoom meetings and webinars. So use your registered name as your Zoom meeting name. No? Attendance will be checked within the first hour of the training or webinar. So unregistered name, we're gonna put you on the waiting room. No? Mute your microphone when not talking, especially during lectures or when someone else is speaking. No, meron naman tayong like question and answer mamaya, no? On a later part. Kumbaga, yung inyong mga questions, i-keep nyo lang yan, and then, so i-discuss natin pagkatapos nung technical presentation. Click raise hand if you want to speak, no? So that the trainer, resource speaker may recognize you. Use the chat box for your questions, comments, concerns. Mamaya yon, no, sa Q&A. And listen to the lecture, participate in the discussion, hands-on workshop if there is any. So I'm gonna be presenting first, no, who is Exastructures and what we do, no. So I'm the one managing this company, and so we are distributing engineering software licenses here in the Philippines, no, especially the Idea Statica, where we are the exclusive distributor of this software. And also we're also distributing software from Bentley Systems like the STAAD.Pro, RAM, no, and some other engineering softwares. And so we're distributing Seismosoft software, Seismobuild, Seismostruct, and ZWCAD as well, no? And as a training partner, Autodesk, we are Autodesk Authorized Training Center. For those na yun na magpakilalang puli ako, no, lagi ako nasa social media. Lagi ako nagpo-post all related to engineering, no, especially if software is involved, no. I always post in Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, no. And as a company, uh, so we are offering multiple services. No, initially we are structural engineering and BIM consultancy company, where we extend our services into training consultancy, where we are PRC accredited CPD provider, and then so we distribute software licenses, and then for those na who are attending here from the university and colleges, no, so we can help you to secure your academic licenses. You can message me or our Facebook page, no, for more or much more detailed information. Exastructures is composed of 40 people, no, 40 people, composed of engineers, sales, and admin, no. Like when I am presenting, no, sa PICE or mga ASEP events, so normally ako lang yung naka-front, but at like back office ng Exastructure, so we have a really dedicated people, no. So ayun, like kung ano man yung ginagawa namin sa trainings and when we are distributing softwares. So ito yung aming Facebook page, no, with 94,000 followers sa Facebook. Sa LinkedIn naman we do have like around 4,000 followers. So we have multiple offices all over the Philippines. So we have small office in Makati is still there, but center of our operations here in Ortigas, Pasig City. We have also office in Cebu as well as in Davao City. We are PRC accredited CPD provider. And here are some of the trainings we have done, no, recently. So sa DPWH we had like double the 495 attendees, almost 1,000 for STAD Pro, and Seismo Build software. Some of the trainings we delivered on different provinces, no, and cities here in the Philippines. And so we believe that STAD Pro has the highest market share of structural analysis and design software in the Philippines. And recently, we delivered multiple licenses of STAD Pro to the Office of the President, to their engineering office. And also, the biggest design and construction arm of the Philippines, which is DPWH. So we're also delivering STAD Pro. We delivered recently to some district offices and regional offices. We delivered recently like multiple licenses of STAD Pro. Some of the notable users of STAD Pro, government, big companies, and here are some of the companies are using the STAD Pro. Like it's a partial list, but so much actually mas marami pa dito, because we don't really update yet the the recent companies who purchased the STAD Pro, but here are some of the list. So if you're interested to buy our books, so we have STAD Pro books available in Shopee and Lazada. So feel free to visit our Shopee and Lazada shop. And we are the global number one STAD Pro training center, awarded by Bentley Systems for 3 consecutive years now, 2021 to 2023, and hopefully we get as well next year, so it's like we bested some countries who have actually much higher population, uh, higher population like India or China, like and Bentley awarded us as the global number one STAD Pro training center. And we also have this proudly owned local brand calculator, scientific calculator, board exam level scientific calculator. And some others say, bakit pa kami pumasok sa calculator, no? Or the main reason is because we want to help especially the civil engineering industry, where we want to have or to offer much more reliable and faster calculator, and in fact, there's one review center who reviewed, yung calculator namin, si X24, and so by the results, it's 3 to 10 times faster, than any other scientific calculator. And not only that, so the same review center, who reviewed the X24 capability.
Ultimate Calculator Speed Test.
So,
Nandito lahat ng sikat na calculator sa Philippines. Tingnan natin kung sino yung pinakamabilis mag-shift solve. So, meron tayong same equation with the same initial guess. 3, 2, 1, go. So, nauna yung Casio CG50 followed by the 991CW. Tied naman yung Casio Class with the X structures followed by the Olympia transparent version. Next would be yung TI-36X Pro followed by the Cars calculators. Yan. Sining next? Next naman would be yung Olympia non-transparent followed by the 991MS. And next would be the Casio 570ES Plus. And yun. Last place ulit is the Canon F789 SGA. So for comparison, nandito yung listahan.
Yeah, so that's one of the reason. So we entered the calculator market. It's because as a Filipino company, we can also produce local brand calculator na pwedeng tumapat sa mga global brand. So we are exclusive partner reseller for Idea Statica here in the Philippines. No, so Idea Statica, like it's your ultimate solution for complex connection design like what you are seeing on the screen, no? So mga ganitong connection mahirap nang i-design yan, no? But there is a tool that can definitely help you sa mga ganitong connection and direct solution, so only Idea Statica can do, no? So Idea Statica has like different levels or tiers of licenses: Idea Statica Steel, Detail, Concrete, Idea Statica Complete, or Enterprise. No, so for this kind of project, no, you can also use Idea Statica for anchoring design, element design. This one integrated with STAAD Pro for base plate design. Also, you can use STAAD Pro. I mean, you can use Idea Statica, no, for this kind of steel elements. For this reinforced concrete, no, elements as well. For precast elements. For bridge elements, no. And here is one of the example of a project done with the STAAD Pro and Idea Statica. No, integratedly, no, the structure was designed using STAAD Pro, and then for all the connections, so sa Idea Statica design. And not only for buildings, also if you do have bridge projects, no, so especially very complex yung connection ng bridge, no, so like what you're seeing on the screen. So if you may use STAAD Pro and Idea Statica, no, integratedly to design this kind of bridge project. So here are some of the companies, no, just this 2024, no, who purchased the Idea Statica. Actually, it's more than 30 companies, no. We delivered Idea Statica licenses. The prominent companies like, of course, the DPWH, Squadstrack, T-Square, Abinales Associates, AC Pama, D plus A, no, Cytec, Easy Cruise Corporation, RBRA, Presinet Philippines, BB Columna, EEI, and so much more, no, local and international companies. So for those who are attending here, maybe from universities, no, or different colleges in the Philippines, so meron kaming X-Structures academic program where we can help your school, no, to secure academic licenses from Bentley and Autodesk, especially pag sa civil engineering industry, 6 fields ng specialization, we have definitely softwares to offer, no? Kung structural engineering man yan, geotechnical engineering, construction management, transportation engineering, water resources engineering, environmental engineering, no? So as I've said, sa different in specialization ng civil engineering, we have something to offer not only from Bentley, Autodesk, and of course the Idea Statica. So here are the trainings we are delivering, no, on monthly basis. Like 50 to 60 trainings we are delivering on monthly, no, like from different software developer, and we believe we are the biggest training center in the Philippines. The main reason, we are the only company who has the partnership with both Bentley and Autodesk. No, so like, and also of course Idea Statica and Seismosoft. So like when it comes to software partnership, actually we have so many partners. No, that's why. So we believe, and yeah, from the award we received from Bentley. So ayan, so that's one of the proof as well. So for software sales of X structures, no. So as I've said, we have so many partners from Bentley, Seismosoft, no, and ZWSoft for ZWCAD. Pag building design, so structural work suite and Idea Statica. For assessment and retrofitting, no, existing structures assessment and retrofitting design sa mga existing structure. So we have the solution which is Seismobuild and Seismostruct. And of course, pag kailangan mo ng drafting tool, no, like a reasonable price, a drafting tool, so ZWCAD is there. And So for assessment and retrofitting, so quick lang because it's very prominent now, no, happening in our country. So ang if you have direct solution for retrofitting design, so Seismobuild and Seismostruct would be your solution. So like this, FRP and jacketing, base isolator modeling, steel jacketing, buckling restraint braces, no, so all available in Seismobuild and Seismostruct. And that's the FRP sample, no, design in Seismobuild and Struct. It's concrete jacketing. And some of the projects, no, done using the Seismobuild is this one, Vergara Supermarket, and the one which is very popular in Baguio, no, the tourist attraction in Baguio, Stone Kingdom, no, so yung structure doon sa pinakataas, no, where retrofitted, no, ayun, with the using the design aid of Seismobuild and Seismostruct. And ito yung interface ni ZWCAD. It's 99% na similar to AutoCAD commands, no, interface. So if you want to switch, no, from this application to ZWCAD, so wala kang ganong iintindihan because it's 99% similar. And then with that, no, so that's all for my presentation, and thank you for your attention. And I'm gonna be now transferring the meeting room to Engineer Carlo. So we're gonna be presenting Hilti Philippines. Hi, Sir Carlo. Already there?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sir John, for introducing myself. And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. Again, I'm Carlo Redesendo. I am the Engineering Marketing Manager of Hilti Philippines. For some of you, you might know me. No, we are also inviting webinars. We are also an accredited CPT provider by the PRC. And hopefully, some of you know me, and I usually am the moderator for our Hilti webinars. Again, thank you, Sir JP. I will now proceed with the introduction of our company, Hilti Philippines. I'll just share my screen. Hopefully, you could see my screen. Yep. So Hilti. Yep. Thank you, Sir John. Hilti as a group, meaning globally. So we are more than 30,000 team members strong. No? So we are located in more than 120 countries all around the world. And we have around 250,000 daily customer direct contacts, like calls, sales calls, actual demonstrations, and all the activities. And also, for those of you who are not aware, so Hilti is a family-owned company since 1941. We are founded by Mr. Martin Hilti. So Hilti is a surname of our founder. And given nung 2020, nagkaroon ng pandemic, we still have around 327 billion sales turnover. No? And we proudly present you that 6.7% are spent on research and development. Okay, I'll just switch to laser. Okay, so 6.7% is allocated to research and development. So as you all know, Hilti, we always innovate our services, our products, our hardwares, and softwares, including the Profits Engineering software. So that's why every year, kung makikita ninyo, pag nag-reach out sa inyo yung mga engineers namin, merong laging bago. So that's why doon kami lagi. No? So we are globally ahead of the technology. And we are rated top 5 companies globally. And locally, actually, merong survey na ginagawa. We are actually included in the top 10 best workplace to work and best place to work no, sa Philippines. And our mission is making construction better. So all across the construction, no? So from the start, so we have engineers that is supporting the structural engineers. We also have account managers or salespeople who are conducting demonstration, actual demonstration, and providing you solutions on your challenges on site. So locally, we are 205 team members strong. No? So we are located as well in Pasig City. So sa Cyberscape beta. And 18 of those 205 are design specification engineers. Usually na nakikita niyo sila sa sa webinars namin and also face to face kapag nagko-conduct sila ng mga seminars natin. And we have services as well. We are present here for about 26 years na. And we have dedicated account managers, project managers, construction project managers. So we are supporting horizontal projects, high-rise, offshore. So everything, every type of projects here in the Philippines. And we have customer service as well and the repair technicians for the power tools namin. No? And again, so we are a CPD accredited provider by the PRC. We are conducting trainings and webinars. So usually nakikita nyo siya dun sa website namin, which is yung sa askhilty.com.ph. And next year, actually, mababago yung brand niya. Magiging engineering center na siya. So next year, we will be announcing it. We will be formally launching it. No? So, and we also have a website, hilty.com.ph. So everything about Hilty is posted there. No? So again, Hilty is a solution provider. So from the start to finish of the construction. So from the engineering, from the design. So we provide you solutions. We provide you calculation, suggestion, recommendation for the post-installed anchoring. Okay, and we have tools as well. I know you're very familiar with this. We have measuring and aligning tools, distance measuring tools, leveling detection. This is all for the contractors. Demolition system, diamond system, coring machines, and of course we are well known with the post-installed anchor technology. No? So this is our topic for today. And we also have FARSUP and installation for closing yung mga holes na nagpe-penetrate sa natin sa mga structural members natin, no? Like sa concrete kung nagkaroon siya ng butas, so there's a requirement that we should fill the hole with the FARSUP. And also services. Okay. So yeah, so I will now turn over to Idea Statica if I'm correct, Sir JP. Sir Jean from Idea Statica.
All right. Yeah, it's not me. It's not Jean. It's me. So hope everybody can see my screen and hear me correctly. So thank you very much, Carlo, for this introduction. Hi, everyone. First of all, big thank you for joining us today. It's great to see so many of you being here and taking the time to learn more about our solutions and what Idea Statica and Hilty have to offer. So together we'll uncover valuable insights into how our company can make a difference for you. So let's dive right in and get started. First, allow me to introduce myself briefly. So I'm a structural engineer, and these days I work as a channel manager at Idea Statica. My role is to ensure that our partners have everything they need to provide the best possible experience for our users. So basically, I'm here to make sure that you, as engineers, get access to the right tools, support, and solutions to succeed. Now, let's begin with this critical question. Why does Idea Statica exist? Well, our mission is simple and clear. We want to empower structural engineers like you to achieve optimal designs without compromises. In a world continuously accelerating, where every day everything is going faster than yesterday, we believe that every engineer's work deserves recognition, and that's why we stand by our motto, calculate yesterday's estimates. So we're here to help you stay ahead of the curve. And to bring this mission to life, we've assembled a passionate and committed team, which has driven us to where we are today, a globally recognized company, making structural engineering a little easier for thousands of engineers. So today, Idea Statica leads the way as a global solution for the structural design of all the critical members And our team of 110 dedicated professionals develops solutions that serve more than 8,000 customers across the more 100 countries. And this kind of reach wouldn't be possible without the collaboration of our partners and resellers. So Xstructures is part of them, and we are proud to collaborate with them. Now let's talk about what makes Ideastatica unique. So at its core, our solution integrates seamlessly into your existing engineer's toolkit, and we articulate ourselves with both FEA software and CAD tools or any other tools that you as engineers might need. And our tools addresses those critical components of the projects like steel connections or concrete details that are super tough to design with global analysis tool, but which make a critical impact on the projects. So let's take a moment to consider the market around us. So we see four main players. So the first one are the global companies that provide solutions for major projects at a global scale, so worldwide. Then we also have like local players offering structural solutions for the global model, but only within specific countries. And then we have various smaller companies focused on niche areas of structural detail. And this is actually where Ideastatica steps in, bridging the gap by offering a global solution for structural design details. So our software works seamlessly across borders, helping you deliver every design precisely, no matter where your project is located. All right, now let's shift focus and analyze how that plays out for you in Asia Pacific region. So we follow a proven strategy. We deliver global solutions, but with local expertise. That means working with trusted experts, resellers as Xstructures in your region who know your regulations, your standards, and the way you work. In addition to that, we put safety and compliance at the top of our priorities. So that's why we collaborate with universities and industry associations to ensure the tools meet the local standards and regulation. And thanks to this approach, we're starting seeing significant growth across the Philippines and Asia Pacific. So yeah, you can see here that we are handling millions of calculations all around the globe, all the countries where we are present. And for example, if we dive into our locations, to better serve our APAC community, we opened a new hub in Singapore in August 2023. So it's been a little bit more than 1 year only. And this office has been instrumental in helping us connect with engineers directly and offer responsive support and being supported to our resellers as well. And the results, they've been pretty amazing so far. Here's a quick look at the growth we've seen. So you can see that the number of design calculations made on Ideastatica in APAC has evolved steadily since 2019. But in just 1 year since the opening of the Singapore hub, that growth has doubled, proving that our tools are becoming more relevant and practical for the engineers in the region. We're so proud to see engineers like you adopting Ideastatica, and the best part is this is only the beginning. So to wrap things up, our goal today is simple: to show you how Ideastatica, along with ILTI, can support your work and help you deliver better design faster and give you the competitive edge that you deserve. So if you haven't already, we invite you to join the movement and see for yourself how Ideastatica can improve your designs and projects. And now I'll pass the floor to my colleague Jean, who will dive deeper into how our solutions work.
Thanks, Ivo. Thanks, Carlo, and also to John. Can I confirm with you if you can still hear me? If my audio is okay?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. So let me just share my screen for a second. Hoping got this right with using Zoom. Okay, so I'm guessing you can see my screen for now. Okay, so let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Jean. I'm product engineer for Ideastatica, and I'm actually based in Singapore, but I'm also your kabayan, Filipino and Bisaya. So for now, I'll be tasked for just a short workflow using this topic. I have this. I'm going to demonstrate to you the workflow using Ideastatica. Using STAAD.Pro global FEA software, I'm going to export one example of a model from STAAD.Pro to Ideastatica and also to checkbot applications. I will be demonstrating how to group a number of connections, and at the same time, I will be doing a brief demonstration of a few connections. So without further ado, let me just give you a rough overview of how Checkbot works. So basically, Checkbot works by starting from your global FEA software. For example, you have STAAD.Pro, you have eTabs, and Robot, any global FEA software you can use, and you can export it into Checkbot application. And once you are in Checkbot applications, all the geometry, the loadings, the shape, and or the profile of the members are already captured. So you won't have to second guess whether your sign conventions is correct or not. And once it is being imported, you can do the design from connection application and also code check in connection application. And also the workflow from when we transfer it to Healthy is actually the same. From in this example, you have STAAD.Pro. The same thing. We have to export the model into Checkbot application, and once we have that, all the load combination is captured. The size of the members will be transported into Healthy, and that's basically the simple process of this collaboration between these two programs. So just a rough idea. Healthy or Ideastatica from Healthy to Checkbot. So we have different programs as mentioned, and transferring of materials, cross sections, and load combinations is already captured in this software. So synchronizations are automatically updated once you captured into your program. So let me just dive directly into the demo so that we'll have a little bit of time. So this is actually my structural model. This is coming from our good friend in Xstructures. Thanks, John, for this model. It's our example. I will be transporting this into our program Checkbot application. So the model is actually a brace frame on one side and moment frame on the other side. This will be captured later in Checkbot, and then we will analyze our connections. So let me just end my slide over there. And let me just go to my STAAD.Pro model. First, maybe I should turn off my screen there now so that you have a little bit of screen size over there. All right, so let me go. So this model has been analyzed already. and we do have all the loadings prepared. So the workflow, all I have to do now is right click, assuming that everything has been analyzed and code checked and verified. So to start, in order for us to go to the connection or the checkbot application, all I have to do is select cursor and select geometry cursor, and then I select every single member or connections. You have the options actually to, if the program is too big or your model is too big, you can select only a few members, whichever you want to analyze or code check. In this example, since this is just a small member or small model, we can just do it all in this case. So what I can do, you have here under user tools, we have to click on IDEA Statica checkbot. So I'm going to click on this one. And if I go into run the file in the background. So while this is running, well, the file is running in the background, I will just give you a little bit of a hint on just to manage your expectations, because we are on a time constraint. So this model is actually the one that I've just mentioned. I will be doing a live demonstration on this connections right here. I don't know what is wrong, but I think someone is. Just give me a second. So I think someone is using the background now. Can just continue with that. Here, so we're going to do some few connections modeling and just simple connections, and we are going to do complex connection, but we are going to use predefined templates over there, so that at least you will know what is the workflow with using checkbot applications with a grouping of various connections to optimize your design and organize your connections in terms of topology or cross sections. So let me go back to my model in this case. I think it's now being captured. So here it is now. Okay, so all I have to do is select my design code. You have the possibility actually to use different codes depending on your standards that you require. In this example, we just stick with the Euro code. I'm going to create projects. And since I have already selected, all I have to do is just click on connections. Okay. So checkbot actually, or everything has been captured like we used to. So in checkbot, all the informations like the loads, for example, if I click here, from your global analysis model is all captured in checkbot applications. You have your load case, your load combinations. It can actually cater a number of load combinations in this application. So you don't have to worry how many load combinations you have. All the members, also the geometry, whether you have an offsets, it is being captured. So in STAAD.Pro, if I go from here, we have actually an node to node in terms of connections with the members. So this is actually captured the same thing in Checkbot. But what I'm going to do is, because some of the connections require us to be a continuous member in this example, here, or the columns for say, you actually have the possibility to merge these members. All I can do here is actually merge. And I can actually merge everything. And we can also group this according to topology or in cross-section. So here, it's actually grouped automatically according to topology. And you can also group it based on typology, which is the orientation of the geometry. Or if you want to have customizes, you can actually create your own groupings depending on which one which member or which typical type of connections you want to introduce. Let's say I want to demonstrate different nodes here. So say, for example, this node is actually the same into this node 32, 33, 34, or 33, 37, 38, 39. I can actually create these nodes by manually into groups, so that all I have to do is design one single connections. And at the same time, for example, this one, I can also group this. All similar nodes basically can be grouped manually. And whatever, sorry. You have the options to make it check. Okay. Like that. So I have here the grouping in order to a little bit expedite on the process. In order for us to proceed with the design of the connections, I actually prepared for you this tool right here, which I already merged all members that I would like to do. And I also group all the connections that I would like to do according to my requirements. So here I have number of groups. This I already assigned differently based on, for example, foundations or joint connections or members. So let's just say I want to analyze any one of this group that I've created. This is under group 2. In Checkbot, when you group a node, you have what you call that reference connection and child connections. So when you say reference connections, it's actually the connections that you want to do your connections basically, and your child connections will follow whatever reference connections you have done. So when the checking is done, it checks everything based on that connections, but with different types of loadings, because every connections have different loads. All right, so in this example, let me just open the reference connection. Give it a second while it's opening in the background. Here it is. That. All right. So our member has been captured correctly, and all those load effects or the load combinations that we have prepared. in the global analytical model in SLAD-Pro. So what I can basically do is just prepare manufacturing operations for base plate here. So let me just go through operations in this case. And there are a number of manufacturing operations that you can use. In this case, we will just proceed with base plate operations. I click on base plate, it will automatically captures or assign operations for the base plate for you. No? Program is smart enough to do that. So all I have to do is basically just adjust these parameters. So let me just say, okay, I want to change my materials to S275. I want to change the thickness to 16. And if I do it this way, I want to maybe change this to 50 so that I will have a much smaller, slightly smaller base plate. And the anchor, I'm going to change it to M20 in this case. I'm going to leave the anchor length to 160 mm. And we still have an out of plane here. So let me just change this to 0 in this case. I'm going to change the weld grade to S275 in this case. And for the concrete grade, I'm going to change this to C3037. And the foundation, let me just change this as well to 500. No, 500. Okay. So from here, we are actually want to put some ribs in this case. Now we have a moment base plate over here. So let me just add a little bit of rib, for example. Here, I'm going to add some using manufacturing operation rib. And then, of course, I want it to relate to the outside member now. So let me just change this to material. I'm going to change it to 12 mm. And instead of web, I put it into the top flange. But I want to make it chamfered now. So it's a little bit off. Let me change the width into, in that case, 100. And then this one is 150. And this should be only on upper. Right. So it's rather quick, as you can see. It's much easier to use this program, by the way. I can add some chamfer. In this case, you have all the corners indicated over there. All you have to do is apply it into a corner. So in this case, I want to put in corner 5 with a value of 20 mm. The whole, I have some chamfers over there. All right. Now I want to copy this into the other side. So all I have to do is copy. Now that I have copied it, all I have to do is change it to bottom flange here. But in that case, once you change the upper plan, of course, you need to change this surface to lower as well. And that should complete our simple modeling of the base plate. So by right, you should be able to analyze this in the calculation itself, but I'm going to skip this for now because I want to show this to you that I can calculate or bulk design this in Checkbot application. So I just save this in this case and close it. So now that I have this base, so and according to this group, maybe let's try to open this in this case now. So we have there group 4, group 2 and connection 2 and connection 10. So all I have to do is open reference connection in this case again. So let's just wait a little bit for a few seconds while it's open in the background. Okay, here it is. So in this case, so we have all our load effects also captured, and we have all the members assigned now. And we have here our bearing members, and we have all our connection members. So I think we will just have to check with the model type is correct. So in this case, my model type for member M2 is also assigned correctly. For my model M10, which is also, this one's going to be a moment connection. So this model type is already captured correctly. My bracing is also captured correctly. Okay, so we already prepared, like what mentioned earlier, that we are going to use a predefined templates to model this connection. So what I'm going to do, actually, from connection application, all I have to do is click on propose. So I'm going to click on propose. Of course, the connection library will be opened, and we have here a captured based on the topology or the type of members that we have predefined. So all I have to do now is actually just click on OK. Of course, you need to check whether the materials that you want to use is correct, and you need to apply the correct steel grade. I'm going to leave the bolts to be M20. I'm going to click on OK. So we have our member ready now, just with a few clicks, because we have already predefined our connections. And just to show you the workflow, I'm going to save this again and click on close in this case. Right? So we have our two of the connections that we have, but we could have a different connections that, for example, if you guys have created multiple connections like what the example shown here. So you can also do that in that case. But in this presentation, we only provide two groups, which we already predefined with manufacturing operations. So since we have it, let's do and calculate. When you click on calculate the groups, all of the connections, the reference connections and the child connections will be code checked based on the parameters that you have set on the reference connection. So you only have to model one actually, no? So you don't have to check every single similar connections in this case. So I'm going to click on calculate. And I'm also going to do the same to do calculate on where we have the member number 2 in this case. So I'm going to click this one. Okay, give it a few seconds while it's being running. All right. So you see it's already running in the background. And I'm also going to calculate this group. So you can already see that the workflow has been optimized or simplified, because you only have to work on one single connections to check different number of connections yourself. So it actually saves you a little bit of time actually. All right. So it takes a few seconds to a couple of minutes to run the whole checks, but I have pre-prepared for you to expedite and save us a little bit of time. I have prepared for you some results of our connections actually. No? So in this example, we have here connections that are failing. We have here in this group, we have connection 9 that is failing, and we have connection group 2, which is also failing. You can see that if I turn on the nodes, or even if you turn on the group number, you can see which node is that now. So let's say, for example, you want to select group 2 because this is actually the member or the base plate that we have taken. So this is actually member number 11. In this group, we have 5, 11, 13, and failing nodes is actually node 11, 13, 17, and 19. Huh?
Oh.
Pero bayad na supplier eh. Ang inano ko orientation. Ano problema sa? May orientation kasi.
Just okay. So we have failing members. Of course, this is the foundation. This is the anchoring that we are saying. So in the analysis, you can see in the results, it's 100%. So meaning every single members has been analyzed and all the loadings has been applied 100%. Welds are checked, 90%. Concrete blocks checked, 31.7%. But what we are failing here is actually the anchors. So let's open node number 11 for this anchor. So let me just right click or double click on this one, number 11. And we can see, let's open this in the background. Okay, so this is actually member number 11. You can see that anchors is failing. And if I go on checks and I go directly to the anchors, I can already check which anchors is failing and what checks has been in what checks has the anchor failed now. So if I look into this, if I print preview on the report, I can see that. Okay, let me just go through. I can see that the anchor is actually failing in concrete breakout. The reason for this is actually because in connection application, the concrete block is analyzed without reinforcement. And in order to do that, in order to make it pass, if usually some of our colleagues will just say, okay, let's just make this concrete block bigger or deeper so that, or make the anchor a little bit longer or something. But you're not actually optimizing. No? So if you consider your reinforcement from your foundation to check your anchoring, you can actually do that in IDEA Statica. And thanks to this 3D detail application, you can use this tool to check your anchoring. Now, this, if you go into this check tab, we have here RC check. So I can actually click this and run the checks based on this what you call that member. So if I just click on save the files, let me just save this for a little sec, 2 seconds. Connection 11. Okay. I'm saving it under connection 11. All right. Okay, give it a few seconds while it's opening in the background. When you click group of bars, I can change the diameter to 16 from here. Huh? So this has to be changed. And then I can apply the definitions of the bar shape. No? In this case, I'm going to change this to 50, and I'm going to apply it on edges 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can change the end to different bends, or I can just make it same as this way. So I can also change the user value here to, for example, 50, or just make it like this. Then here, the number of layers can change to 8, and this is to 200. So I have basically my reinforcement applied to here. So it's actually quite easy to replicate this reinforcement. I think you're already familiar what I'm going to do here. All I have to do is actually copy this thing. So once I have that copied, I'll just have to change the surface myself. So all this information is also applied. But then, of course, we need to make some a little bit of adjustment here. Let's make it 7 instead. And then this one 65 to make it a little bit symmetrical. Probably this one a little bit. All right, 250. So we don't have, and maybe, so this is your foundation reinforcement. And in my case, I might want to put some supplementary reinforcement in this case. So let me just put some supplementary reinforcement for bars, but in this case, I'm going to change to 10 mm. And I want to put it near the anchor itself. So in this case, the same edge surface, but this time I only want 3. It's 1, 2, 3, 5. And then at the edge, 2, 3, and 4 only. So I'm gonna change this to, okay, I can see that already it's been changed. I'm gonna change the settings to the cover to user value and put it, say, 40 and 450. And then, okay, I have that correctly. I'm gonna change this to 510. So I applied my, what you call that, supplementary reinforcement near my model. So I'm going to copy it again. And at the same time, I'm going to change this to 1 in this case. But I think it's a little bit long. Okay, I can make some adjustment. So let's just say -350. And then this one is 350 to have a simple. Let's do that on the other side. 350, 350. So I have supplementary reinforcement near my anchors. Well, I'm going to change, I think, my anchors, because this is not going to be an adhesive one. I'm going to change it to cast in place anchor. So we have completed our modeling of the reinforcement. That's basically rather give you a few minutes of modeling, actually. So now we are ready to calculate, to check whether this is correct, whether it's passed or verified. So if I hit on calculate, it could run a few seconds for you. Thankfully, I have prepared results for that, which is already available here. So you can see from this, the anchors is about 207%. You will see that we now have 99.8%. all the load combinations has been captured, verified path. So you can actually check the stresses. If I go from here, this is the limit of the stress. Green represents 90%. Orange represents to 90 to 100%. And with anchoring, you can actually most of us engineers actually want to look what is happening inside the concrete. No, it's not just on the surface. So if I go back to strength and then I want to cut section from there, all I have to do is click on new and apply some cut sections. And this example, let's just say X, so probably 2.5. And if I click on, make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So you can see all your stresses, and it's actually looks like a shape of a cone. No? So you can check also your anchorage in this case. So your anchorage is actually our critical part, and that is why one of the reasons we are putting in supplementary reinforcement to near our anchor. So you can see, based on just simple reinforcement, it actually makes our anchorage a little bit better in this case. So that's basically the end of my presentation, and I hope it's a little bit useful to you guys. And if you have some questions later, we can have a short Q&A. But in this case, I'm going to hand over the screen to Carlo for Healthy to check it accordingly to based on Healthy profiles. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jin.
Yeah, thank you, Jean and Thibaut, for your presentation for the Idea Statica side. So, yeah, so we're done in using yung Idea Statica. And then Jean actually showed you how to use the software to calculate yung post-installed yung anchor connection, no? So, but what if kung post-installed anchor yung gusto yung gamitin, specifically Hilti? Ayan. So, let me share my screen. So, I'll just share the entire screen kasi I will be jumping into different windows. So, baka mahirapan yan. So, for a while. So, hopefully you could see my screen. Okay. Yeah. So, with partnership with Idea Statica, Idea Statica actually developed the plugin, which is what we call the checkbot. So, for those who are familiar with the Profis software, Profis engineering software, so we have actually two versions. One is standard, and the other is yung premium version. So, standard version is free. Yung premium is meron tayong subscription fee yearly. No? So, napakamura lang naman. Nasa 18.5 lang naman, less VAT. So, that's for the floating license up to 29 users. And single user would be nasa 14.5 lang. So, difference is, yung standard is you could calculate yung post-installed anchors natin. And for the premium, you could use the integration of the different structural softwares using this plugin, yung checkbot. And additional feature would be yung pwede tayong base plate analysis. We could add yung mga welds, yung stiffeners, and check yung stresses in the base plates and also in the concrete. And lastly, yung pinaka value for money nung premium version is yung exporting naman. But we will focus on yung checkbot topic. So siguro sa webinars na lang natin sa next year yung mga ibang features natin, no? So yeah, so if we would like to calculate post-installed anchors, this is yung usual na workflow natin. So first, of course, you will need to use yung structural software of your choice or FEA software of your choice. So from here, you will design the structure. And then, of course, kung magpo-post-installed anchor kayo, usually doon siya sa steel to concrete connection. And we will use this example also with a demonstration. Hindi ko na gagamitin yung yung ginamit ni Sir Jean kaganina for simplification. So this is a waiting shed. Tapos meron tayong steel profile and then it will be connected sa concrete member. And nandito yung post-installed anchors natin. So from here, of course, para ma-design mo yung post-install anchor, you could actually do a manual calculation or use a software, which is yung Profis Engineering or other softwares that's known to you. And finally, you will be exporting the results or the model. And of course, yung pinaka-design natin is very important. The data transfer would be very important as well, and also the specification. So what I'm saying is, yung data transfer is very critical, no? So for example, kanina nag-design si Sir Jean sa steel connection niya, and then meron tayong mga reaction loads. And imagine if you will be manually inputting, no? So which is yun yung nangyayari sa atin ngayon. There's no connection actually from the structural software papunta doon sa post-installed anchor software natin. There's no connection or reliable plug-in, no? Para yung data natin is very accurate pagdating sa pag-transfer sa different software. So like this, so meron tayong mga different FEA software, so STAAD, no? So RAM, SAP 2000, ETABS. Imagine manual transfer, isa-isahin, ilang connections yan per day. And actually ngayon, meron tayong tinatawag na Hilti plugin, no? Para dun sa mga PE premium users natin. So meron mga bumili dito locally ng PE premium, but yung plug-in natin is not highly utilized. Maybe because some of the challenges would be medyo mahirap siya gamitin. And with the partnership of Idea Statica, we actually heard your pain points, your problem when it comes to the design workflow, no? So imagine yung data natin is automatically transferred to Profis Engineering, di ba? Meron tayong peace of mind na hindi natin i-check from time to time kung tama ba yung transfer nating mga data, no? So you deserve more productivity in your work, and you deserve that hindi nyo na i-double check yung mga data na tia-transfer natin from different softwares. Yeah, so from the FEA, so there will be an automated data transfer using the plugin checkbot with the accurate design updates, no? So meaning kapag nag-transfer ka ng data to Profis Engineering, kasama na doon yung loads, yung design code na ginamit mo from the Idea Statica, and also the region and profile geometry. Aside from this, wala na. You will be doing the design inside the Profis Engineering software. So like yung concrete, yung base material natin, yung strength niya, yung anchors, kung ano yung pipiliin mo, mechanical anchors ba, chemical anchors, and even yung spacings niya. Okay, so with this, papakita ko lang itong video na to, demonstrating yung pag-transfer from robot to Idea Statica. Let's skip this one. Forward natin. Ayan, yung nakaload na yung model niya. Okay. Ayan. So here, this is a steel member, and then post-installed anchors would be using as fasteners for the pedestal, and then i-reflect niya kung ano yung mga reaction loads na mag-a-act doon sa mga connections na to or sa nodes na yan. And then, to connect to Idea Statica, and just click add-ins. The same with different structural softwares. So add-ins or tools, and then makikita nyo na Idea Statica. Of course, select muna natin yung mga members na gusto natin i-transfer. Click Idea Statica. Ayan. Ayan. And maluload na siya doon sa Idea Statica software. Okay. And we can now start transferring naman yung data from Idea Statica to Hilti Profis Engineering. Okay. So I'll stop the video and I will be doing the live demonstration. I hope you can still see my screen. Yes, visible. Okay, thank you. So here, ito yung the same model, no, yung sa robot. So just open. Yan. Ito yung waiting shed. So meron tayong mga different nodes na naka-reflect dito. Yan, but there is a limitation. So, just to clarify. So kung makikita nyo dito, meron tayong mga nodes for steel to steel and steel to concrete connection. So meron ditong dalawang nodes na meron siyang bracing. So this is one of the limitation of process engineering kasi kung para doon sa mga familiar sa process engineering, wala pa tayong 2 profiles per connection na pwedeng i-design. So one profile at a time lang tayo. So for now, isa-select muna natin yung isang node. Okay, so select N1. Okay, mag-reflect siya dito. And then, we could click loads. And ito yung lahat yung load combinations na nandun sa N1. And if you don't want to analyze this many load combination, no, you could select a few lang. So just click this plus sign. And then, mag-reflect siya dito sa pinaka-bottom part. Yan, RC5. Ito yung pinakabago. And then from here, sa leftmost tab, so just click and hold the control button. Hinahold ko yung control button ko sa keyboard. So control, tapos click lang kung ano yung gusto niyo isama. Okay? So pero pwede ka pa mag-select dito sa mga other load combinations and then just drag papunta doon sa RC5. Yan. Then from here, yan, nag-reflect na siya. So 1 to 10. Okay? And then click save. And then just make sure na nakaselect siya dito sa loads. So RC5. Ayan. Kasi kung hindi siya mag-update. So click RC5. So let's just double check. Okay. Ayan. And one thing also, no, naka-default kasi to kapag click niyo yung group na to. For example, yung RC5, naka-default yan na evaluate critical effects. So baka magtaka kayo kapag nakatick kasi yan, yung critical load combinations lang yung i-analyze ni Profis Engineering. So that's why it's very important na i-untick natin siya. Okay? Click save. Then double check RC5 and then you are now ready to import yung loads natin sa export yung loads natin sa Profis Engineering. So just click Hilti Profis and then click export. I have already opened yung Profis Engineering software ko. So yan, maglo-load na siya dito. And so this dialog box would be reflecting to you upon clicking yung export button. And then this clearly defines kung ano yung mga na-transfer natin ng mga data. So naka-check yung loads, yung profile type, yung steel profile, tsaka yung design standard. Okay, so kung ACI, ito rin mag-reflect sa Profis. Kapag Eurocode naman tayo, yun din yung mag-reflect. So other data are not transferred. We will be modeling or designing it inside the Profis Engineering. Yan, yung base material, okay, dimension, anchor layout, okay, yung loads. Yung units. Click continue. Ayan, so mag-reflect na dito yung mga load combinations na sinelect natin. And kung makikita nyo dito is predefined na siya, naka 2,500. And sa Profis Engineering, makikita dito yung failures niya. If hindi pasado yung connection natin, nakapula siya. And sa post-installed anchor design, di ba, ina-analyze natin yung different capacities niya in different failure modes. No? So sabi dito, bagsak siya sa steel, breakout, pull-out, splitting. And even dun sa load combination formula natin. So let's first update yung concrete-based material natin. Very important yan sa anchoring design kasi it affects greatly yung performance ng anchor natin. And so 5,000 and then rebar. So let's proceed here sa base plate. Okay, na dito tayo sa anchor. Yan. So sa anchor, pre-selected is HY200 which is yung chemical anchors natin, but you could select in a very many choices that's available in this region. So pre-selected kasi yung yung Eurocode. So that's why yung mga anchors na nagre-reflect dito has an approval for the Eurocode. Okay, no? Pero pag ACI naman yung select natin, ang lahat magre-reflect dito is merong approval for ACI. Yan. So just select again yung anchor. Yan. Tapos lalabas na dito, you could filter. So for example, select natin yung mechanical anchor, select yung HST4R. R means stainless. Yan. And then bagsak siya. So let's try to edit. No? M12. Yan. So from M8, ginawa nating M10, bagsak siya, ginawa nating M12. Yan. Or, ang pwede natin gawin, just drop down this, and then calculate all. We could filter it out, pero ayan na, kung gusto mo mechanical or adhesive, pero just click yung calculate all. Yan. Magre-reflect na dito kung ano yung mga recommended anchors na pwede dun sa connection natin. Ayan. Okay. So, nakalagay dito, yan, ito yung mga type of anchors. Ito yung utilization niya. Red means bagsak. So, below 100 is pasado. 100 and below pala is pasado. And makita nyo na kung ano siya, kung ano yung depth niya, kung ano yung diameter niya, and kung ano yung type ng anchor. So, sabi dito, HT4R, M12, 74mm embedment, 100% utilization. So, isipin natin kung gusto nating i-upsize yung anchor. So, M16. Pero, konti na lang yung bearing niya eh. No? So, kung i-select natin yung M16, naging 99% utilization lang siya. No? So, might as well, we'll just select yung M12. Click M12. So, just double check. Yan, tension, shear, pasado, and load combination. Ayan. And lastly, no, so sa premium version, so like I've said kanina, we have two versions, so standard and premium. And so here, just click yung loads and calculation type. We could drop down and select CBFEM. This is actually a partnership as well with Idea Statica. This CBFEM method is developed by Idea Statica. No? So if we will select this one, i-analyze na natin yung mga steel profiles natin, like yung base plate, yung profile, yung itong wide flange natin, yung welds, and even yung stiffeners. I'll not be conducting deeply yung base plate design natin, pero we could try it now. So let's try to calculate here. On the rightmost tab, just click calculate. We'll be extending ng konti lang, no? So just give me around mga mga 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. So here, we could see, ito yung mga stresses or deformation na nag-act sa base plate natin and even sa concrete stresses. So we have, in the code kasi, we could analyze yung base plate natin in linear or non-linear. So for CBFEM, non-linear analysis siya. So I know you're very familiar with it. So and based on research actually is yung deviation from the linear analysis to the non-linear analysis should be 10% or less. Yan. So yung anchor anchor reactions deviation. Yan. So for example ito, merong 20.5 kilonewton from the linear analysis, naging 25.9 siya. So 26 above dun sa recommendation natin. Pero you have an engineering judgment. You could confirm this one if okay sa inyo to na 26% or you could follow yung research na 10% lang dapat yung deviation niya. So from here, let's try to pababain pa yung deviation niya. Let's try to cancel and then increase yung base plate natin. And 20 and then calculate. Ayan, medyo bumaba na siya, no? Ayan, naging 8%. So, pasok siya doon sa recommendation natin. So, click confirm. And then let's double check kung yung anchor natin is pasado pa rin. Kasi kapag nag-analyze ka ng nonlinear, there will be an additional prying forces that will be added doon sa anchor natin, right? So yung kaninang design natin might fail na kapag nag-analyze ka na ng nonlinear. So upon double checking, okay siya. So pasado siya. So from there, pwede na tayong mag-create ng report. So just click export. Ayan. So actually here, pwede tayong mag-copy na rin ng specifications kung ano yung minodel natin. So, andito na lahat ng information. HIL THC4R, kahalagaan dito, ando na yung embedment niya, yung diameter niya, yung material finish, and even yung approval na kailangan mong ilagay doon sa specifications natin for this specific connection. So, very important to para yung design natin would be properly implemented on-site. So anyway, kapag nag-create ka ng report, magre-reflect din naman yan dun sa design report natin. Save and generate, and then it will generate a PDF report. Ayan. Okay. So, yeah. So for now, that would be all for the demonstration. And I would like to go back to the presentation muna. I have remaining few slides. So here are some of the comments by the customers. And yeah, so yung advantages nung plug-in natin yung for the checkbot So automated data transfer. So there's no need to manually transfer yung mga data natin papunta sa softwares. And accurate. We will sleep soundly at night, no? Kasi alam natin yung design natin is very accurate. And may noises lang sa background. And okay. So and faster project delivery. So given this integration process from the other softwares papunta sa Profis and even yung exporting ng model natin papunta sa CAD softwares natin, it will create it will lessen yung workflow natin and meaning more productive yung mga engineers natin. So with that, I would like to invite you, no? So kung wala pa kayong account sa Profis Engineering, you could visit ito. Just type in din sa web browser natin, profisengineering.hilti.com. Okay, I will type in sa webinar natin, sa chat. Para i-click na lang. Ayan, just click the link. And then, dito kayo mapupunta. If wala pa kayong account, a registration form would pop out. And then just register and mapupunta na kayo dito. And then here, dito sa pinaka-landing page ng Profis Engineering natin, yung checkbot process is located here, yung link natin kung paano ma-access yung checkbot. So just click learn from here, no? Ayan, sa kanan. Just click learn and then it will go to yung article natin sa Askilty kung paano ma-access yung checkbot, Idea Statica checkbot. May mga links na nakalagay dito. Like for example, ito, yung sa STAAD Pro. Ayan. So sabi dito, before you start, ensure you have a Profis Engineering Premium license or trial. Ayan. Kasi si Premium, meron siyang 30-day free trial. Like yung Idea, meron silang, I think, mga 15 yata. And just click yung trial. Ay, itong link na to. And it will lead you to Hilti website natin. So from there, you could click yung start 30-day free trial and register. Okay. And so let's go back sa article. And in this article also, no, yung link papunta dun sa website naman ni Idea Statica is nakalagay na. So, for example, Idea Statica. Ay, ito. Yan. So, step number 1, create an account with Idea Statica. Click the link here for the account and then you could download the version here naman. So, pag kinlik nyo siya, it will lead you to the Idea Statica website. Yan, just download and you could access na yung checkbot plugin natin. Okay? Yan. Para dun sa link na lang ng Ask Hilti article, so I'll post it in the chat box then. Para hindi na kayo mahirapan. So, I mean, kung gusto nyong i-navigate ng sarili ninyo, punta kayo dito sa askhilti.com.ph. Yan, andyan din nakapost yung mga webinars natin. And actually, we will be having a webinar din on December 20. Yan. And sa article, just click article. Click itong checkbot na to. Ayan, so lalabas na siya dito. And I'll post it in the chat box. Yeah, so that would be all for my side. So if you have questions, the floor is now open for questions, both for Hilti and Idea Statica.
Okay, thanks Sir Carlo and Jean for delivering the technical demo for Idea Statica and the Hilti Propis. Yes, so we're gonna be entertaining questions, but so many questions we receive. So baka hindi natin ma-attend lahat, but we're gonna pick some of the good questions. Ayun, na sasagutin ng ating mga technical resource person. Okay, I think this first question is for Jean, Uh, Jean, the first question from Gerbin, can I design a base plate with inclined members? So it's
Yes,
like
yes, sir.
instead na diretso yung column, so I think naka-incline yung column tapos yung base plate maybe yun yung kanyang
Yes, it is possible. Posible po 'yun. Kasi sa connection application naman kasi meron kang options doon whether to change the orientation whether horizontal or perpendicular. So if you change it to perpendicular, it will just copy the orientation of the columns that is already captured in your FEA, or if not FEA, whether you want to align or slant it yourself, it's still possible. You just have to change the orientation.
Okay. Yeah. So next question from ito maganda rin tong question na to andito na kanina ba't wala? Ayun. Can you design a one base plate with two member or steel columns like multiple members on single base plate?
Yes, it is. In fact, you can design as many columns as you want. If you want in a single base plate, so long as it connects into one node, that should be possible.
And also possible, I think, even orthogonal connections like or spatial connection. Let's say kung naka 0 degree ka dito, then 90, and you have also like going on spatial direction 45 degree.
Yes.
Like 3D connection, which no software currently in the market can do that directly, kay Idea Statica lang at the moment.
Correct, Dan.
So that's one good beauty nung Idea Statica. Even me, saw this software like almost 10 years ago. It's a game changer like software for connection design. Kasi mahirap i-design yung like multiple space with angles na mga forces, yung resolve into one joint, and then so you're gonna design the connection. So medyo mahirap yun, but with Idea Statica sobrang dali niyang gawin. Okay, so let's get this question. Possible po ba to design in Idea Statica ang steel beam to existing concrete column. Like existing yung concrete column, I think may bago kang steel beam, no, i-connect mo yung connection between that steel beam, no, to the old concrete element. So possible ba?
Well, if you want to check the anchorings from existing columns to your steel from your steel beam to your existing column, it is possible, no? Pero if you want to design, if you want to code check the column itself, no, the IDEA Statica doesn't do that, and you have to do a member application, not the connection application instead. You have to use separate application. In this case, you need to use member.
I think ang maybe question dito would be the connection, no? Kasi pag I think itong scenario na to, mayroong existing structure, magkakaroon ng extension, and I think gusto niya steel member. So madi-design ba? Yung connection I think yes, right? But yung element design, pwede mong gawin, no? To any 3D general purpose analysis software. I think doon mo siya pwede gawin kung assessment man yan ng existing structure with the retrofitting and then yung new element design, no? Doon mo sa general purpose 3D structural analysis software gagawin. I think doon yung elements pwede i-design, pwede i-assess, pwede mag-retrofit, but for the connection, so IDEA Statica can do, no? The connection between the old concrete column and the new steel beam.
Correct po. Yung
Okay.
anchoring po, yes.
Yep. Okay, so now kunin ko lang tong question. I think ito from Colin Gamad. Ito for Sir Carlo. Right? Ano po yung basis ng 10% para sa CBFEM and bakit wala pong option na design guide 1 sa design base plate kanina? No, so kapag greater than 10% hindi na po reliable. So question niya no kung more than 10% ba hindi na reliable, and then ano po ang consideration ng concrete edge distance, no? How far should be considered para masabi na hindi na po ito magki-create ng breakout?
Thank you sa question. Anong name niya, Sir John?
Friend ko to si Engineer Colin Gamad.
Engineer Gamad. Ayan. Thank you for the question, Engineer Gamad. So first, yung 10% deviation, kasi nangyari yon because of the prying forces na nag-act dahil dun sa nonlinear analysis natin sa base plate. So ano yung reference to 10%? This is actually a research, no? I will pull out na lang yung kung sino yung nag-research nun. So, but these are group of researchers na ang sabi nila, kapag nag-deviate daw ng 10%, yung load is yung base plate natin is hindi na siya nag-act as rigid, as close to rigid. Yun kasi yung as per code, no? Kung titingnan natin yung ACI, dapat i-assume daw natin yung base plate natin as close to rigid. So, based doon sa research na yon, kapag nag-over na daw tayo sa 10%, is hindi na siya nag-act as rigid. So, papunta na siya doon sa buckling state niya na. Okay? Or, ayan. And
may back question ako kay Colin. Colin, mas mataas ba binibigay ng design guide 1? Kasi rigid method si design guide 1 eh. And ang elastic method, no, finite element method ay mas economic than rigid method. Ganun ba? Parang baligtad yata. Kasi pag rigid method mataas ang kumaga conservative, no, than the elastic method. Which is yun nga, finite element method, no? So you model the base plate and the element as plate elements kasi magdi-deform, no? Back question ko yun kay kay Colin, no? So normally sa mga base plate design, pag rigid kasi, no, based on my experience, ang mga projects namin before, pag bumabagsak sa rigid method, which is the design guide, AIC design guide, pero pag nag-elastic method ka, finite element, dun papasa dahil nga so you're allowing the members to deform, no, into certain limits I think ganun yata, ganun ang ano, no? Mas conservative yung rigid than ano. So dapat than the elastic method. Kaya ang UR should be bigger than the rigid method than the elastic method. Yeah, tama. Sabi niya, baligtad, sorry, yeah. Our quote.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
just to
correct.
add, so just to
Okay,
add, no,
sir.
so yung rigid method is ito yung theoretical kasi assumption. So but in actual kasi tama ka sir, no, so yung non-linear or yung sa elastic phase na tayo, this is the actual condition kasi na nangyari sa connection. And it's very important to consider yung ano elastic. And doon naman sa question na ano, kung bakit hindi nag-reflect yung AIC Design Guide 1, pwede siya mag-reflect, just select the ano, US region, and then makita nyo na yung AASC Design Guide 1. Sa Philippines kasi hindi siya nag-reflect. And another question, sir, is yung effect ng concrete, I mean yung edge. And so, good question kasi yung concrete edge greatly affects yung performance ng post-installed anchors natin. It varies yung performance yung mga anchors natin kasi it will ano no lower down its capacity kapag malapit siya sa edge depending doon sa mga critical edge niya or doon sa minimum and maximum edge requirements niya, which is makita natin sa mga approvals nung per anchor. So different anchor, chemical anchors, mechanical anchors have different requirements for edge.
Okay. I think siguro 1 to 2 more questions no before kasi sobrang dami talaga ng questions no. Anticipate alam ko na yan, marami talaga bibig questions no. Maybe we get this one more question from Nelu. Additional lang po sa question, can you design combined a 2 columns exported in STAAD that has different nodes no in Idea Statica with one foundation and one base plate no? This situation appears in columns are close to each other. Kay Sir Jean yata to.
Okay.
Additional
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
Magandang question yan actually, no? Sa connection application, we are actually limit to one node per connection. So it's not possible to do that actually. Although si Idea Statica, there are some instances na pwede mong ipag-combine yung dalawang node into one connection, but this is not really advisable. This is only good for if you have some tension members or a small bracings tension members. This is only allowed to do that, no? But if you are using it as a column, it won't be possible, no? Otherwise, you have a very high, I would say, lever arm actually, and all this will be transferred into your main nodes if you do that in Idea Statica. So I wouldn't advise it to join two columns together in one node if it is designed as a column, unless, of course, it is attention members. There is actually an article that in Idea Statica, maybe I can paste it somewhere here later, that explains why you should only use one node in our design.
But I can recommend solution, no, Anelo. So if you have 2 columns with STAAD Pro, so I will just model the plate, no, sa STAAD Pro mismo. Okay? So like I have like line elements, 2 column, let's say vertical or naka-angle man yan, 2 different nodes. And then I'll gonna model the single base plate, no, supporting that 2 columns. Okay. Wala ako yung model na yon, but I know before Idea Statica, I do finite element modeling analysis ng base plate, no, tsaka mga components sa STAAD Pro. But if it is not it's not like or recommended yet with STAAD Pro, I mean with Idea Statica, so the workaround is to do it with STAAD Pro, even the steepeners as well. No. Kumbaga yung model ko kasi nasa nasa ibang computer, no. So but yeah, that would be my answer. It's a workaround answer, no.
Yes.
Or solution.
Just to add also, John, You can do that basically if you do that in the first place from your global analysis. No? For example, in robot, if you do it in robot, you can apply rigid links to join these two columns together, so that you can, from there, you just use one node in this case. So all your lever arm or your moments can be captured correctly instead of transferring it using one node. Okay.
Okay, so last question, no? Kasi pag kumbaga in-entertain natin lahat ng question, malamang hanggang 5 PM tayo dito. Okay. So last question, but yung mga question niyo naman kumbaga kinapture namin dito, naka-screenshot. So nasa Word file nilagay namin also with your names. So we're gonna answer you through email after this webinar, no. Okay. So sige, last na lang, no. Regarding pala sa UR na 100% sa concrete breakout kanina, hindi ba siya critical kasi di pa sapat yung less than 100%, o 90% for factor of safety? Pero parang malabo yata yung parang si Genial na naman ito, regarding pala sa UR na 100% sa concrete breakout kanina, hindi ba siya critical kasi di po sapat less than 100% or less than 90% for factor of safety?
I think sa akin yata yan, sir, no?
Yes, sir.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Oo. So I think pertaining dun sa utilization na 100%. Not sure lang kung ilan yung value kanina, no? Pero kung 100% yung concrete breakout, so yung profits naman natin is based on code naman and yung approval. So kung ano yung nasa sinasabi ng code natin na factor of safety. For example, for concrete breakout, meron siyang 0.75. And dun sa approval natin, meron pa siyang mga factors of safety. Meron pa siyang mga modification factors kasi. No? So ayun yung ina-apply natin. So that's why it's very safe naman na kahit 100% siya, magre-reflect siya dun sa design calculation yung mga different factors na in-apply natin dun sa concrete breakout na yan. So it's safe to say na okay yung connection natin. But if you're not comfortable na 100% siya, so you have a leeway to adjust it to 90, 80, or any utilization that you like.
Okay, so
just to add to that as well.
Yeah.
Actually, if we are talking about Idea Statica, actually 100%, in case he is referring to Idea Statica, I'm just assuming, in case the 100% is actually referring to the loads applied, no? So if let's say, for example, 100% in Idea Statica, it's actually saying that 100% of the load has been applied. And if the results of your analysis is actually, let's say, 90%, it means that your verification is actually overloaded because not all loads has been applied. It's only 90%. So that's the difference. I hope it's clear. Thanks.
Okay, so yeah, so it's already almost 3 PM now. So it's like nag-consume tayo ng additional minutes. But anyway, so it's very fruitful webinar naman, no?
So John, I have a question. Can we capture yung mga questions na naka-post dito? So I plan to answer it via email, sir.
Yeah, meron dito, sir. Yung technical support, no, are getting all the questions. So then pine-paste namin sa Word.
I see. Sige, sir. And for those na hindi ko na answer dito sa chat, so I will try to email it to you.
Okay, so with that, no, so thanks for joining this webinar. So sa lahat po ng attendee, maraming salamat. And so webinar certificates, no, will be sent. Medyo madidelay kasi 600 plus yung attendees natin. Okay. Please be patient, pero isesend namin yan by batch, no? So, ayun po. So yung inyong registered email, so hantayin nyo na lang yung email namin. And then for those yung may hanging questions, no, we're gonna answer you later, no, this week, no. Ayun po, no, kasi kulang yung ating oras. And with that, in behalf of Hilti, Engineer Carlo, and also from Idea Statica, Engineer Jean Valiente, and Thibault Bosi. So again, maraming salamat po. See you for all our future webinars. Maraming salamat po. Keep safe and good day.
Thank you, John. Thanks to all
Thank
for
you.
attending.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.